Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it, guys. So another dev server data mine. Yes, the dev server has been updated apparently, and we have this data mine made by Oshida. So thank you Oshida for doing this. And he posted on Reddit here, so let's take a look. Some very interesting ones, and kind of made it so that it's kind of, I don't know, kind of weird that the patch is not here yet, but apparently, at least they are changing stuff, so we might see the patch very soon. I would say that close to the 14th, since the roadmap apparently for the economy change is coming. So let's take a look. So new explosion materials over here, nothing crazy. Obviously, this is the phrase that I say every single time, because there's a lot of things that are just not that important for us to actually talk about. But yeah, let's go for the aircraft changes. So very big change on the A7K over here. Of course, the K isn't the most used A7 of all. It's the B-placed version, you know, that was from an event. But still, ammo count for the 20mm is now down to 500 rounds per gun. So it has only one gun apparently, so 500 rounds. So yeah, big change for the ammo for that aircraft. The ejection seat lifetime was changed for all of these aircraft. I don't know exactly what this means, from 20 to 3 seconds. Maybe it's the actual like thrust of the ejection seat or something like that. So yeah, some changes for the B7, Blenheim. Kurnas 2000, targeting pod, move it, position, angular horizontal limit. So some changes in that for the targeting pod of the Kurnas 2000. GL 832 HN now uses its own textures. J8B changed a bomb pylon. J8F, so they changed the HUD, as you see, pretty cool. Elbit 967, so very cool. I mean, will they actually open again the dev? Sometimes it feels like that. I don't know. New cockpit line, changed the bomb pylon. Some other minor changes over here, like more helicopters that can only track one missile at a time. They already added a lot of these. And then we go for the big changes over here. First, the Copio 25, which is the Su-39 radar. So basically, narrow auto search, they actually decreased the size of the narrow search, as you see, to 10 degrees. And now it has only 2 bars on it. And because of that, it decreased the time period of the search as well. Added a medium auto radar search. I think it's just like we were going to have a narrow, a medium, and then a wide. So yeah, the wide was a little bit bigger right now, 40 degrees, as you see, lowered the bars count, but that increased the period as well. The period, of course, remember, it's the time that it takes to do a full like search of the radar, right? Remove it, manual radar search, radar designation lock, a little bit quicker, radar vertical lock. Interesting, yeah. Radar primer lock and radar HUD lock, so yeah. Then we have the N010, the Zook from the Yak-141. The narrow manual radar search has been decreased to 0.6 seconds, so very quick. But the thing is that they actually decreased the bar count, which is the vertical scan, you know, and then basically the angular width. So instead of 30, it's like 10, you know. So it's much smaller for the narrow search and hence less time. But this is where the actual nerfs come up. Wide manual radar search, the period got increased by 2 seconds. Narrow TWS search got increased. The wide TWS radar also got increased almost, 3 times. It's 2.6 times or something. Radar designation lock, no, it's like 2.3 times. Yeah. Radar designation lock decreased a little bit, nothing too crazy. Radar vertical lock. So as you see over here, they are actually nerfing the Yak-41. It is going to take a lot more time to actually do the search. Of course, here it's being decreased, but the size that it actually has to go through, it's actually decreased as well. So But overall, it is an increase in the time of the radar search, very similar to something like the MiG-29. So expect the TWS to not work properly anymore on the Yak-141, I think, and which is something very annoying on the MiG-29. It does work, but it takes so much time to actually update, and it starts to drift to whenever the target is. So kind of a weird bug that happens in these Russian radars, and it makes TWS kind of annoying to use. But the thing is just that, I mean, I don't know, maybe they changed something along the lines here, or they will change something of being a wider aspect of just searching here, and that's why they are increasing these times. But for now, it's just basically a nerf, taking more time to do the whole scan, just like they did with the F-14 and just like they did with the F-16. Apparently, they are basically making all these radars more realistic on that sense. These radars do take a long time to actually do the full search on them. And of course, maybe this is for adding the PESA and ESA radars in the future, right? Because those radars will be very, very fast. And the Yak-41, even though he actually used a type of electronic scan, it's not a proper PESA radar, right? So it's more of I'd like to call it a semi-PESA, but it's not really. It's just a normal radar, but he uses electronic to do the vertical part of the scan. So yeah, but still, it is pretty interesting that they're doing this. I wonder if any other aircraft will actually get decreased. I mean, the F-14, we already knew that it was basically a PESA radar right now in the game. So finally, it's being nerfed because, I mean, the AWG-9 is a very old radar. It should not have the fast scan that it has right now. It really is like, it's something along the lines of 400 degrees per second or something like that. It's a crazy amount of search, velocity. And it kind of makes it so that the TWS and everything, it works similarly to a PESA radar or ESA radar even. So yeah, they're fixing that. So that's pretty cool. This is an interesting one. Type 1492, the J8F's radar, nerfed. Now it's a copy-paste of the APG-66, but with HMD. I don't know if this is going to be a thing or not, because apparently the 1492 actually used the technology from this radar, the Zook, together with some tech from the Israelis as well, and it's its own radar. But it's really, really hard to actually find information specifically to this radar, because it is a very modern radar. It's a 2000s radar, right? So, I don't know. We will need to wait and see. Hopefully, it got something like a TWS at least, because the APG-66 is, I don't know, not my favorite radar. Then we have some naval changes over here. I'm not going to mention every single one of them. You can pause it and take a look, because these are all most of them are or all, I think. Yeah, I think all of them are just the French ships. So we don't have anything to compare to. And to be honest, I don't play too much of ships anyway. So yeah, ground vehicle changes. So the M4 T26, if you don't know, this is the Sherman that has the T26 cannon. The M26 or T26, I don't know. That more powerful cannon. But yeah, it got a buff, nerf on its power a little bit. Not by much, but still 40 horsepower for a 500 horsepower engine. It is a considerable amount, right? I mean, it's like almost 10%. So yeah. Then we have some changes. Ammo count, more ammo for the cannon of the VBCI. So 450 rounds, that's pretty good. Some changes to the suspension. And then that's pretty much it for the aircraft. Weapon changes. Let's take a look if we can notice anything. Nothing too crazy. I mean, just some minor changes to the velocities and basically some ballistic changes to the some cannons over here. Bomb changes. SD-70. I cannot remember what this bomb is from, but still. Added some wire guidance effects to these ones. Some more ground. I mean, it's basically what it was from the air. Some changes for basically the dynamics of impacting around in something, right? So shattered in speed limit. This is where basically shatters the round at these speeds, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. So some changes over here, nothing too crazy. If you can You can pause it and take a look properly. There's a lot of candles over here. This might be a change in the actual like bouncing effect or something like that. I don't know. I really don't. So yeah, naval changes, weapon changes, some other minor changes over here. New vehicles, 2 new ships for the French Navy. As you see, the Émile Bertin and the Marceau. Tech tree changes, some changes to the ships for the French Navy. I don't know. I feel like they are going to open the dev server again. Leopard. Yeah, some changes to economy, but this is just, yeah, you can take a look that they're decreasing these changes to these modifications for the IC. The Leopard as well, some modifications, new loading background theme names. You see mission hint. Okay, yeah, basically this is it, guys. Nothing too massive over here. The major thing for us, I think it was the radar of the Zook, for example, and the 1492. So yeah, very, very interesting. I don't know. It feels like they are going to open the dev server again. I don't know. Maybe they will not. Maybe they will. I mean, they could, right, open tomorrow, like today, and remain open until like Monday or something, and then release the patch next week. So maybe, I mean, this patch is already kind of different from the others anyway, right? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. See you.